everybody, and welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Speedruns here at Epic Gaming. We are pleased and very thankful to announce Gameaholic's returning for a second time to do a Super Metroid Randomizer. And so we're going to kick it over to Gameaholic and introduce the randomizer and what we're going to do tonight. If you would.
Hello. This is Gameaholic, and how's everyone doing? And hope everyone's having a good day. Alright, so this is the Super Metroid Randomizer, and so essentially Super Metroid, for those who've seen the 80% or most of the games, this is a randomizer where the item locations are randomized, so I'll have to start going through places in a lot of different ways, and based off of the item location, we may see some nifty tricks or nifty routes, and yeah. So what we'll be doing is a League Seed, which does allow some certain hard strats, and depending on the seed, we may be forced to do some of those nifty strats. Well, hopefully, or we could just get a free seed and have a super linear, easy map. But for those who've seen Link to the Past randomizers, it's basically a similar concept where you basically go to a bunch of random places and hunt for certain items. So what you notice I did looks like I messed that trick up. I was attempting to do a moonfall trick to speed up my fall speed to the point where ideally I'd fall through the platform, but made a little slight mistake over there. So the first few minutes of the game is going to be pretty similar because we're going to be pretty restrictive without a morph ball. So we are guaranteed to get a morph ball pretty early. The question is morph ball going to be the first item to the left? There it is. So we're not done here yet, though. There is still a couple items to the right. In addition to the randomizer, we do have modes of splitting minors and majors. Minor items are ammo, and major items are items you see in the start menu screen. Basically, the items like high jump boots, screw attack, space jump, and also E-tanks. So this is our first missile there. Alright, so we do want to see what the first item is on the top right. Ooh, screw attack. So normally I can't reach that item by myself since I don't have the high jump boots, but by positioning myself on a specific position, I can actually damage myself. That will boost me up towards that ceiling. Alright. So you got missiles and we just got screw attack. So, it's a luxury item, but in order to beat Super Metroid, we do need specific items. So it is not technically not a progression item, but it is a luxury item. So in order to beat Super Metroid, we need super missiles, power bombs, at least one of each. We also need all the suits, and with a minimum of 3 energy tanks. And everything else should be luxury. Oh, and we also need any combinations of ice or a speed booster. Alright, we can climb over here, which is a little more awkward with screw attack. Since Samus's animation is a little different with screw attack, it is a little bit more awkward to climb up here, but just need to get up there. So the interesting thing about randomizers is that you also have to learn how to navigate through rooms a little differently, since you don't normally get through rooms, since you end up going through rooms with different items that you would get from most other games. Alright, so then we're going to go bomb Chorizo. And hopefully he'll give us something pretty nifty. Right. Yep, just an energy tank. Still nifty though, we do want to get a couple of those early on. If you notice, normally we'd fight a boss called Bomb Chorizo that was sitting on that statue, but since we don't have bombs yet, the game is hard-coded to activate the boss when you pick bombs, but since we don't have bombs yet, he doesn't come alive. So because we don't have bombs like power bombs, we actually have to go do the Alcatraz escape, which I'm surprised I'm not getting it, but it is harder with screw attack because I can't see Samus's normal spin animation, and I do rely on visual cues for those. So we'll get up there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna turn it off since that's actually screwing me over. No pun intended. Screw attack. So yeah, if you notice, she looks different when she spins, and I'm still messing up. We'll get it. Yep. Okay. I just had to turn it off just to make it easier. Okay. So we're going to head and take a quick save. And then we're going to take a slightly detour. So normally you don't see this path often, at least not this early in the game, but it is technically possible to go up here early in the game. And we'll be taking this room called, Gauntlet. I probably should have left screw attack off earlier. Alright, we got just a couple of tight jumps with different visual cues. Alright. So normally you have a lot more items to get through this, but since we just have screw attack and 1 health bar, basically this acid hurts a lot, and so that bait lava did about 220 damage. Spring ball. Sure, we'll keep it. We may need it for a specific strat. So since I don't have any bombs, I can't continue through Alcatraz or Gauntlet. Alright, so you got a spring ball. That might be a mandatory item, depending on how this seed wants to route me. Alright, another E-tank. So no bombs yet, or power bombs. Right. Getting slightly worried, but we'll see how this seed goes. Because I haven't seen any power super missiles or missiles. So we're going to do the early super trick, which is called the mock ball. So normally you need the speed booster to get through here, but with the trick called the mock ball, you can actually go through all these. So still only seeing missiles. Another E-tank, so still no miners. It's a little concerning here. Yeah, only missiles. So depending on the next few items, you may be forced to do a certain boss that we tend to skip in most runs. Alright, we got supers. still do want to get some ammo over here, just in case we don't find charge soon. Alright. Alright. We actually do want to take a safety save, since depending on early in the game, we could get soft locked if we don't get bombs early enough in the game. That's right. Got to use screw attack for most of these. Question is, where are the bombs? We'll definitely take supers. And because charge is randomized, there's a chance that we don't get charged for certain bosses, meaning that we do have to have enough ammo first, depending on the boss fight. Oh, power bombs. There we go. Alright, now that we got power bombs, we're actually going to do a slight backtrack, because there are certain places that we do want to check. Alright, we're going to check the Atacoons and hopefully find some goodies there. And we're not going to full clear Atacoons, we're just going to check some of the parts that's easy and quick to check. Alright, just an E-tank. We'll grab that in a sec. We're just looking at the ammo here. And fortunately it's just missiles. So ideally we want to find 4 more packs of super missiles to make all the boss fights trivial. Alright, so we're going back here, and since we have power bombs, we can actually check a few more rooms. Alright, so we're going to be doing this trick called reverse gate. We're going to do a blue gate glitch. So normally there's this gate up here, but you normally need a wave room to access it, but by doing specific movements, we can actually glitch through that. And this isn't logic with the C that it was given. Ooh, very suit. So that does open most of the lower north area for us. Curious to see how free this seat is. We don't have speed booster, so we can't go down there just yet. And it's a reserve tank. All right. Forgot that was a crumple block, or break block. Sure, we'll take 1 or 2 more missiles, and then we should be good on missile ammo. So, going down. Alright, so we have an option of going up or down. And I think I want to take a shot at Wreck Ship. Alright. Oops. Alright. Again, not used to doing this with screw attack early on. Let's get rid of that guy. Also, it's pretty awkward doing this without high jump early on too. Ooh, that actually missed the wall jump there. It's actually in position. This is a bit trickier without high jump. There we go.
Well done, well done.
All right. Took a bit of couple attempts. Go ahead and open this door in advance. Alright, so we're going to Wreck Ship. So in a normal playthrough, we'd have a speed boost up here. But since we don't have that, we're going to have to do some other tricks to get to Wreck Ship. Oop. Now I just realized I'm short on power bombs, so I'm going to need to grab some. I'm going to need to get at least one power bomb. That's one. Okay. Alright, we are out of power bombs now, so we do need to stock up. Unless the next item has a power bomb. Nope. Okay, so we're going to need to fill up, unfortunately. Power bomb count becomes super important once you get to Wreck Ship, since unless you have bombs, you may get stuck in certain places. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, we're going to Wreck Ship without Speed Booster, so which means that we can now do two things. One, do a really hard trick called the continuous wall jump, short for CWJ, or we can try cheat with another item. And let's see if I can pull it off. I think I'm in position, so we'll see if we can get the good jump with spring ball jump. Oop. No, got it. Slightly easier version to get that once you have spring ball. Ooh, but these jumps are pretty tight though. That was weird. Alright, now on to Wreck Ship. So you notice we already used 2 power bombs to get here, and we have to use 2 more to get out. So power bomb ammo is really important to track once you get this far in. Because you will soft lock if you don't have enough bombs to get in or out. Now, favorite boss, Fantoon. That pattern is actually pretty rare. Ooh, missed the kill there. Oh, I missed the eye. Thought I got that. I thought I timed that correctly. There we go. So I lost about 100 health there, but if I didn't have the various suit, I actually would have been taking double damage. And Phantoon does get pretty scary, the less items you get. So this was a pretty nice seed that we got here.
And he got some power bombs back too.
Nice, yep. Which is definitely nice. So we had to use... Actually, do I need a power bomb for this? Yeah. So I can bounce up there. Again, like I said, power bomb. We're going to be spending lots of power bombs here. Luckily, these guys do drop plenty of them. Those green guys over there. But Wreck Ship is really good at hogging your resources. Oop, another U-tank, so we're sort of at the point where we actually would prefer not to see these, since we're pretty comfortable on running this with the U-tanks we got right now. So even though we got all those power bombs, we're still spending more just to get out of there. So we're down to 2. Not interested in missiles right now. We got 35 already. We're going to go ahead and check power bombs. Check this room right now. We could have checked this earlier and actually would have been safer, but we wanted to be careful with that power bomb counts earlier. Although, just in case Phantoon would have given us bad drops. But hey, it's a super. We'll definitely take those, because that is something we're short in right now. And actually, could use another power bomb back, although regular bombs would actually be really nice right now, so we don't have to worry about counts all the time. We're going to do a save, because we're going to be checking an item, and if the item doesn't turn out to be useful, then we can just go ahead and reset to make it faster to get out. So we don't have high jump, space jump, or speed booster, so which means that we have to do this really weird trick. Ooh, missed. Did not make that jump. Nope, got the time messed up. So we got the bounce off of the power bomb, but unfortunately we didn't bounce up high enough. And hoping this place is worth it, because we are spending a bit of time in this room. Yeah, I actually was hoping I'd get that on the first shot. 2 in a row should be fine. Nope, too high. Nope, too low. Okay. I gotta get power bombs again. I was so close in that first attempt too. And this is actually really annoying with power bombs, since they take forever to farm and blow up. And we'll try to get 3. Nope, too high. Got it.
Well done, well done.
It's not an easy trick to pull off. Oops. Gonna wait for that to go down. Oh, missed the jump. So I'm trying to do a specific jump to get through this room. So what I'm doing is called a damage boost, where I purposely hurt myself to to damage yourself in a specific way. And with the correct inputs, you can actually damage yourself in the opposite direction, and which is a lot faster than jumping through those platforms and with the water. Alright, let's see if all those powerbomb tricks was worth it. Nope, just an E-tank. Well, that's Randomizer. It's not uncommon to see people lose runs just by betting really hard on a trick. And yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with these amount of energy tanks, and it would have taken a while to get out too, and not to mention I would have to farm all those power bombs again. Oops, let's see. We have to kill all these guys who open the door. Alright, and then we're going to taking a quick peek at this room to the right. So we don't have a way to get this item, but we do want to see if it's worth coming back here. So this is basically free information. Grapple beam. That could be required depending on the route. So it's actually pretty good information. Hopefully we won't have to come back there. Ooh, power bomb. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about as much with ammo since we have way more leeway now, and we actually don't have to farm for ammo too. Since I actually is at a point where I do have to consider farming for power bombs, but we got 5 now, which is pretty comfortable at the moment. Just want to fill up an ammo in case we need it for another boss fight. So unfortunately, so far wrecked ship turns out to be a get wrecked ship. But we do have one more item to check out, so let's hope that wrecked ship was the first good call. Because we did spend a lot of time doing the powerbomb trick. But hey, I hope I entertained everyone trying off some weird randomizer tricks.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, thank you. Alright. So was it worth it? Let's see what gravity gives us. Gravity suit! Hey, let's go. So this was totally a good find, because now that unlocks Meridia and Lower North Air. We'll take a third one just in case. So without ice, you do need a minimum of 3 power bombs. Well, actually, technically you can do it with 1 pack, but it's a huge time loss because you'll have to worry about refarming power bombs between rooms. So we are at a comfortable power bomb count right now. So we still could use a bit more ammo, but I think we want to check out North Fair next. I forgot that door wasn't blown up yet. Normally I would have opened up that door, but we were short with power bombs, so I was trying to use my bombs sparingly. Alright, here, open that door. Since unfortunately grapple wasn't reachable, since we do need speed booster to get that. Ooh, I missed the one of the cool, really cool trick. And I have to remember that I don't have bombs yet. Can't check X-ray since we don't have the tool sets to get there. Alright. Now we're going to check Spazer next. Ooh, it's not a reserve tank. Now, unfortunately, grabbing items does cost time. Every time you grab an item, you have to sit through a 6-second fanfare, and when you're collecting, and that adds up. So if you're collecting like 10 items that you don't need, that's basically a minute that you end up losing. We're going to go ahead and blow up the glass tube. We're not going to murder yet, but we just want to blow it up in advance. Just get that out of the way. Then we're going to be checking crate. Our crate does unlock 2 items, which is really worth checking out early on if you're going this path. We're going to see if this item is worth it, since it's a quick check. I will definitely keep on taking supers. So if we do get a super, then I should be really pretty comfortable of doing Ridley. Normally, unfortunately, I don't have charge beam yet, so it's going to be a lot harder to pull off the quick kill trick. It's doable, but the setups is going to be slightly different. So we'll see if I can pull it off. Oh, nope. So we're going to have to see this little animation of him jumping up. Nope. I'm actually not too used to this since... Alright, we got it. Since in the typical non-randomizer route, there is a really quick setup to basically kill him really quickly. Sure. We'll go ahead and take it for the memes. X-ray can be pretty useful if once you have all the beams, since you can do some really cool tricks with it, but as of now we just got this little pea shooter. We still got another item to check from after Crade. So what does the Crade E-Tank give us? Nah, that's a fat no. First off, we're pretty good in health right now, and second, reserve tanks are objectively worse than E-Tanks, since you have to worry about filling those up. And they're a lot harder to fill up than regular E-Tanks. Alright, so we're going to be checking 2 more items before heading to Lower North Fair. We are still looking for ice and speed booster to beat this game, so... Just opening that door in advance. Although we do have a 25th super, so that does make the really boss fight way more easier. We're good on power bombs right now. We're gonna have to do another mock boss since we don't have a speed booster for this room. And then we're gonna see what ice gives us. Spazer. Alright, it's a beam. It's not going to help us a lot since we still don't have charge beam. Again, not a progressive item, so it's not going to help us beat the game any sooner. Alright, so we're going to head straight to Ridley's lair, or Lower No Fair. See, take a peek to see if this item's worth getting. If it's a super, I want it. Nope. Just a regular missiles. Ooh, wait. And I just realized I don't have speed booster, so I can't go up here. And I don't think I saved, so... Normally I reset if I remember to save, and I just, like I said, I forgot that I can't go through this path just yet. And this is a pain to go through. Ooh. Like I said, the time you jump on those is pretty small since those blocks disappear the second you jump on them. It's unfortunate that didn't break that block. Alright, so we're going to be taking the intended route to get there. And that's the 30th super. We may still want to keep on looking for supers since we don't have charge yet, and we can't. Mother Brain takes a minimum of 60 supers to take down. Along with the 36 missiles that you need to initially bring her to phase 2. So, I'm going to do a slightly difficult wall jump trick. Jumping is pretty tight over there. Do we want to check this? Actually, we have all the items we need to get to Ridley, so we're going ahead and skip up mountain. So, like I said, we already have to go this route, so meaning that it's actually better to skip those items until we clear this route. So in normal games you'd have space jump to get through this, but since we don't have that, we're going to have to do this little trick called gravity jump. So we're going to buffer jump, and I did that too soon, so... I think that works. So we're going to take out Gravity Suit, and this should propel us all the way up there. Nope, except we jumped a bit too soon. Okay. Let's see if we can get this again. I think that will work. Almost. Nope. Okay. I think that'll work this time. So basically you have to time your pause and your jump. We got it. So what we did was the gravity jump, which allows us to basically abuse the game physics to amplify our momentum to go up to that lava by de-equipping gravity suit in the middle of a jump. Right. Doing a save, since we're going to do a reset check. We're going to be checking golden chorizo to see if there's an item that we need. And then we're going to be doing another glitch called the green gate glitch. So normally you have to shoot the gate on this side, but with precise shooting, you can actually shoot through that gate, which is similar to the trick that we did earlier in the game. Let's see if this is worth it. Nope. And so we're going to reset, because it's going to take forever to get out of that with the tool sets we got. So we're basically going in the same direction, but we're going to skip that item since we're pretty good on E-tanks right now. So we don't have high jump boots, and Norfair is going to be a little tricky to navigate without it. And you will see some really cool tricks, which is also why there's a certain item that we probably would have skipped, but due to certain seeds, it could easily turn one of the most useless items into one of the most useful ones. Oops. Let's get these guys out of the way, since they can easily screw up our trick. Break those blocks. So what we're going to do is turn off Spring Ball. Normally you need high jump boots or space jump to get through this, but we're going to do this little trick that's pretty tough to pull off. Basically, I want to pause the game right as I turn the Spring Ball off a wall jump. Alright, we got it. We turn back on Spring Ball. And if we do this right... Oh, bonked that cliff. We had the trick. We just didn't get... We just wall jumped in the bad spot. Alright, think this will work? Got it. So what I did was a mid-air Spring Ball. Basically, it lets you Spring Ball jump while you're in the middle of a jump by pausing and unpausing and reactivating Spring Ball. And see if this ammo's worth grabbing. Nope. Oops, not mean bonk there. This room is actually deceptively pretty hard to, pretty unforgiving with our high jumps, because if you... Normally you'd have high jump boots to clear a lot of jumps, but you do have to make some fairly tight wall jumps to get to certain platforms. Luckily we do have screw attack, so we can easily plow through these guys. We're going to take a safety save, because since we don't have charge beam, Ridley can be a little unforgiving if you don't do your shots right. Unlike most bosses like Phantoon, Ridley doesn't drop any ammo, so whatever you come with fighting against Ridley is all you got. And if you run out of ammo and you miss enough shots, then you can't kill Ridley. And I'm fairly confident of this, but just for marathon's sake, I don't want to cause any soft locks. But if this was a race, I would have just gone straight for Ridley. Let's see if this is worth getting. I'll take one more missile, since we are coming to a boss fight. Taking out these pirates, supers. Unfortunately, they did not give me any good super drops, so we are gonna have to spend some time farming to full supers. Don't know if we really want to get full power bombs, but we definitely want full supers. Break this door, and then we definitely want full supers for this fight. Just one more. Alright, that should be enough. So he does take 30 supers to kill, and for every super I miss, I have to use 6 missiles instead. And his fight does become a little awkward with the high jump boots. But unfortunately, I did get him in a good pattern. Ooh, he is giving me good patterns. Wait, is he not dead? Did I miss the shot? Okay, he should be dead now. Thought I landed all those supers. Okay, so another boss down. Oh, there's the high jump boots. A lot of people take this item for granted, but high jump speeds up your gameplay a lot. Not to mention, if you've been playing Super Metroid normally, then high jump does affect how you move. So notice we got to Ridley, and we've only... Lower Norfair is one of the few places that you do want to rush early if you can, because he is... It's one of the few places that has a lot of free item checks. I do want to refill on supers. Okay. But you're probably doing it on the way out. But if you notice, there was only one room that we ran out of the way to check out items, which was the green gate glitch. So, unlike the other place like Wreck Ship, where there are a bunch of items, this section doesn't have a lot of items. So even if this place becomes a dud, you actually don't lose a lot of time checking this place out. And this is a place that you already have to spend time checking out. We still don't have charge yet though, so we may still hunt for that. So there's one more place to check down here. Plasma. Alright, so if you have charge, that would actually make some fights really fast and easy. So we're going to be hunting for supers, just because charge may be a little out of the way. So we're about 5 pack super short from in-go mode, if we want to do this chargeless. Oops. Speaking of supers. Now it'll be a little sad if we end up finding charge, since if we do get charged, then we would have wasted a lot of time grabbing the extra supers for nothing. We still did need to get 30 for Ridley. Alright, I'm going to check Raving next. That's not a super, so I don't really care about that. And we're fine with that. We don't need that E-tank. Alright, next is reserve tank. Doing a slightly tight ball jump there. That waiver guy, that's annoying me. There we go. We're going to skip that super for now, since if the next items are charged, then we won't need that. Nope. Alright, so we're coming back for that super. Just because it's there, and we're still not sure if we can easily get charge beam or not. Since we don't have the wave yet, we are going to have to do the glitch, the gate glitch again. And this gate only works with missiles. Huh. It is pixel perfect, so there we go. I took a couple of shots, and we're gonna need ammo for the next boss fight. Since we don't have charge yet. Alright, should be good. Huh, no swipe. So Croc has a chance of doing this low annoying animation that does waste time. That's another E-tank, so fine without that. Poor Croc. Ooh, Ooh, now I just realized we're still in the hunt for Ice Beam or Speed Booster. So regardless, so Meridia does still require us another item before we can actually get through here. So in terms of logic, we should at least see one more item. I'm just going to do a quick save so that we can come back here in case this becomes a dud. Although I think there's might be one more place that we can check after this. Since we have all the tools to get down there, we're just going to do another green gate glitch. Oh, second try. So there's a very high chance that this is not charged, but probably ice or speed booster. Ice. There we go. So we're in go mode, all except for ammo. Preferably we find charge, just so that we don't have to worry about ammo count for Mother Brain. And the sooner we find it, the less we have to worry about looking for ammo. And because we still have one more place to check, I think I'd rather just go all out on ammo. Ooh, that was a super. So we may just do this charge list at this point. Oop, did not get the red boost. There we go. Oops. So if you remember, what was it? Actually, I was hoping. Can I get up there really easy? There we go. Gonna see if this ammo's worth it. Nope. But if you remember, Grapple was at Wreck Ship. So if charge requires us to get the grapple beam, then it's not worth backtracking to get that. And at that point, we may as well just finish getting enough ammo for this. We can actually kill the last boss though, which is going to help. And that's right, we don't have speed booster yet, or wave beam, so we can't go through that room. And we are going to have to take the long way back since we don't have speed booster yet, which is slightly unfortunate. So while we're backtracking, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask, since we're going to be spending about another minute or two backtracking. Now, we totally don't need to check Mama Turtle, but I do want to see if it's... I would like to check if charge is coming up very soon. And Space Jump and Speed Booster are pretty nice luxury items to speed this game up. Because Meridia is pretty atrocious to navigate through without those items. Now I just realized I don't have grapple, so I'm not sure if this may not be worth it, but we'll see. Maybe at least take a peek. Speed Booster. Okay. Problem is I don't know if I can grab that with the items I got right now. So I do at least want to get the Minor over here. If I can actually spin jump. Ooh, super. So at least this was worth it. Sec. I'll do one good attempt on this before calling it quits, since it is technically possible. You just have to do a really fancy jump. Yep, not gonna bother. That was unfortunate speeds up there. It's not required since we have ice now, but it is definitely annoying. And the irony is that, or the silly thing is that, the best item to get up there is Grapple Beam. Grapple Beam is also gated by Speed Booster. Wait, I just realized can I get it with, I think I can get it with Springball Jump actually. Surprised of all the randomizers I've done, I haven't gotten in that situation before. Alright, I want the item. Oops. Oops. Alright, I do have to turn this off first. Nope, okay. That's... I think I have to spring ball jump down here instead. Close. Alright. I think it's possible. I actually haven't ran into that issue before, or that situation. But I think I'd probably be spending a bit more time than I need to. And it's more exciting to do crazy tricks without insight for blind items. But since we know it's Speed Booster, I don't think it's going to be as fun to do. So we're doing another gravity jump to propel ourselves up there. And we're going to be doing another gravity suit jump. So we are at 60 supers, meaning that we are in go mode. We can get another super pack that does give us some leeway for the last boss. Alright, we are going to do one more side check, since we did our next to safe spot, and oops, I did not mean to sink. Fortunately, I did a turn in the sand, and if you turn around in the certain spot, you do get synced down to it, and then I did not want that to happen. Actually, we'll check it on our way out. So normally you need a speed booster to get through here, but since we have ice, we can do another trick called the mock clip. So if I freeze him down here, I can actually clip through that block there. Alright, this guy needs 10 supers. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I miscounted, because one of them did miss. Alright, so there's one more item on the way towards the last boss, or last of the 4. And that is a reserve tank, which we don't want. Except I think we're forced to grab it, since it is on the way in this path. We'll take another not so awesome tank. Without speed booster or space jump, we do have to traverse this the sand. And it just takes a while and a lot of effort to get through this spot without the proper movement items. We do at least have high jump, which does make it a lot more bearable. Alright, and on to the last Golden 4 boss. Really want that speed booster for this fight, since it does make this fight go a lot faster. We'll take what we can get, though. Ooh, dang. Fortunately, I grabbed one of her goops, so she disappeared. Sorry, we got another attempt. Alright, and she's gone. So you know where Speed Booster is. The question is, where is Charge? Probably, if it's not in here, or in Sandpit, then it's definitely out of the way. And that's an E-Tank, so gotta do another gravity jump. Alright, so we are pretty comfortable with ammo right now. So we're going to go ahead and head straight to Mother Brain. As soon as I can actually get out of this pit. Alright, again, this is just mostly going to be backtracking. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Also, for those who are watching if you haven't, if you're new here or you haven't done it already, please give Epic Gaming a follow. We do speedruns and Smash and other. Actually, what other events do we do over here? Because I know you guys do speedruns and Smash on weekends. Speedruns on Wednesdays and Smash on Sundays, correct?
Yeah, so throughout the week we host very different streams. On Wednesday nights, of course, we host the stream for our local speedrunners.
Okay.
Alongside that, we also have our Magic stream going on at the same time. And then on the weekends, we host a weekly for Super Smash Brothers Melee. We also host a monthly tournament on the weekends as well for the Portland fighting game community, as well as the Portland Ultimate community for Smash Bros. As well.
Alright, nice. And if you're local around here, just definitely drop by and say hi. And check out this place. Checking one more item that's slightly on the way. Just basically hoping for, I think at this point, just a charge. Although we're pretty fine without it at this point. And that's an E-Tank. Well, we're just going to take this missile just for the heck of it. A lot of E-Tanks around here. So all the goodies are out of the way, unfortunately. No wave, no charge. And speed booster is pretty tough to get. So essentially this seed wants us to get unfortunately, I'm stuck in the sand. Just gotta do some tight jumps to get out of it. Fortunately, we did grab a bunch of magma on the way, so we don't have to look for charge anymore. And it looks like we may be going in circles, but this is actually the fastest way to get to back to the ship. Alright, think I need to do another gravity jump. This is really, really weird not doing this without speed booster. But this is the seed we got. Not a terrible seed. We did get the suits really early, but we did get all the movement items like high jump boots really late, and we don't have speed or space jump. So we're definitely going to fill up because we do need to get our animal back, and it's the fastest way to fill up all 65 supers. skip the save here since there's actually a better save spot. It's actually a shame that we didn't get charged since we do have most of the good beams. So I heard that you guys do a lot of Zelda randomizers. Are you familiar with most of the runs that's been going around here?
Yeah, so I'm somewhat familiar with the randomizer runs for the Zelda. They,
Right. What are some of the most trolly seats that you've seen?
We had a night where I can't remember where the flippers were located, but they were locked way out there.
Well,
and then I think one of the last swords was then locked behind flippers as well.
Ooh.
So and it was the two worlds run that PS Lovely and Count Zero, those guys who do those randomizers. They had so one of them was able to beat Ganon, the other one did not because of one got flipper locked, which locked away just a third of the items or so.
Oh dang!
It was tragic.
I forgot I don't have bombs, so I can't do this. I can't do my typical trick. I've been grinding a lot of 80%, and I'm still trying to get myself to get used to beating this game without certain items again.
It's the reverse problem of doing a lot of randomizer and then going to 80%.
Yep.
We, Count Zero did a run here a while back where he did the 80% for Link's the Past. But he was so used to doing a randomizer that he opened every chest that he saw. And so we'd be going, and then he'd like walk into a room, grab a chest, and we both go, "Oh wait, this isn't randomizer." Whoops, and then leave the room and whatnot. So he was a good sport about it, of course.
Yeah, so normally you let the Metroids grab you and then you bomb them off you, but surprise, we still haven't found bombs yet. Which isn't too bad since we got power bombs. Go and damage myself down so that I can get this, so that I can deal with this cutscene faster. So even if I could do the baby skip, which is a really tough trick to do, I don't have wave beam to properly blow up the blocks. Alright. So we just got Philip. Although since we were doing this charge list, we're actually going to blow up some doors really quick before we fill up, so we can minimize our backtracking. Really comfortable with this, so. So we need a minimum of 36 regular missiles to get to phase 1, which means that we'll have 9 spare regular missiles along with 4 spare super missiles, since we'll be using one to open up a door in a sec. Which isn't too bad. Mother Brain is fairly easy, but sometimes her heads can be a little trolly. I do want to turn off these 2 items so I can set up another trick. So we're already pretty tight on items right now. And we don't want to waste ammo on killing these appetites. So what we're going to do is the appetite skip. Freeze that. Get some iframes. And clip through that. I think our turret snipe all my missiles. Yep. So I have a few less missiles to go through. So again, she takes 60 supers. Oops. That's fine. Slightly less fine? Alright. Sweet. Okay. I do want to fill up to at least 300 health. Otherwise that beam would kind of kill me. So minus a few random hits. If I'd actually turn out super clean. And that's why we need 3 E-tanks for this, for any runs. So I guess those reserves I guess I did need those reserves. So do you manage to get a sub 130, 130 for the seed?
Looks like you're on pace for it.
Nice. All right. What time are we at right now?
So we unfortunately didn't start an official timer for the run. However, the stream has been live for an hour and 23.
Nice. Okay. So we're definitely in pace for it.
Yeah.
Not too bad with this seed. A chargeless seed are always going to be super long, since you have to basically get at least 12 super ammo. To be fair, I'm actually glad that the seed wasn't super free, since they're pretty boring to watch because it turns a run to... It basically makes the run super fast, and you don't get to see some of the cool tricks like the spring ball mid-air jump.
Yeah, seeing all the gravity jumps and some of the cool movement tech was really cool to see.
Oh yeah. So I was actually trying to see if we should modify the seed to purposely make it slow, since I have seen bad seeds that aren't as interesting to watch. And when I saw the first 2 suits, I thought, oh man, like we already got the suits. This might not be as cool as I hoped it'd be, but it did block pretty much all the movement items. So at least we got to see some really cool tricks.
Yep.
Late high jump, no space jump or speed booster.
You also got the screw jump really early, didn't you, as well?
Oh yeah, so that definitely made a lot of the some of the rims, I'd say pretty trivial, just because screw attack just does so much damage.
Yeah,
Like,
you trivialized a lot of the early mobs, like 90% of them.
yeah. The problem is that I do rely on visual cues for a lot of things, and screw attack does change how your character looks on a lot of rooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just can't believe how I couldn't even do the Alcatraz skip without with screw attack.
Yeah, because remember the last time you came down to 80%, you got it first try. And
Yeah.
It looked easy, and that time around it was not helping.
Yeah. Oh, bye animals. For those who don't know, there's a spot. Oh, and that's time.
Cool.
Whew. Yeah, for those who don't know, there's another section in the room that you can get to save the animals, but that wastes time. So we prefer to save the frames or the animals. Yeah, that is Super Metroid Randomizer.
Excellent. Yeah. Looks like you clocked in at probably going to be just under 125.
Nice. All right. So that was a sub 130. We'll take that for what that seed gave us. But yeah, it's kind of crazy since like you can get some seeds where it can last like almost 2 hours, depending on, especially if you're really, because the seed does also randomizes the amount of supers you can get, potential supers you can get. So there are some seeds where you're forced to get charge, and so fortunately we found a lot of miners over there. But there are also some seeds where they give you all the movement items like straight off the bat, and you can turn it to like almost a 30-minute seed.
Right, because you're out of the gate already having everything you possibly need, so
Yeah.
you're just going everywhere as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
But
thank you much for doing that run. Do you have anything you want to shout out before we cut it?
again, just want to shout out to Epic Gaming for hosting this, and like I said, again, if you want to check them out, just drop by if you're local, and again, just tune in the streams if you want to see more speedruns or Magic or other fighting games. And also want to shout out thanks to the commentator, if you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. I'm Lord Forehead. I work here at Epic Gaming. Earlier on, we had our owner, TJ Stinson, here setting everything up. So
Thanks for him for getting us all set up and thanks for the staff for running this place too.
we appreciate it. Yeah. And one more thing as well. If anyone is looking to learn a run or practice, we have basically all the tools available for folks who may not have what they're looking for. So if you want to come on down, talk to myself or TJ Stinson, the owner, and we can try and get you lined up with anything you're trying to learn or kind of get you pointed in the right direction.
All right. And before we cut this,
Yeah,
while
of
they're at the credits, we can, for those who are curious where all the items are, we can actually see how the animals are distributed, and then in about another, for next few seconds, we can actually see where all the items are at. So yeah, we actually spent 15 minutes just going through door transitions.
Oh yeah, there was definitely that moment where you were grinding for the bombs for the bounce.
Yeah. But in just terms of the transition between doors, we were spending 15 minutes doing that. And so again, big bulk of the time is actually just going through between doors.
0 charge shots.
Yep, charge. So where's charge? So, all right, power bomb, super, screen star. We know where gravity is. Space jump is that speed booster. Oh, so apparently I missed. Let's see. We know where Varia was. Charge beam was that spring ball. Ooh, that's a bit. Okay,
So where is
just
spring ball normally then?
spring ball. Spring ball is normally at spring ball. Spring ball is normally at spring ball, but like the place where spring ball is normally at is where charge was. In order to get charge, we have to get grapple beam. But in order to get grapple beam, we have to get speed booster.
Oh
But
my
grapple
gosh.
beam was at that wreck ship, that place that we saw at wreck ship earlier, and so charge was super out of the way. Like you couldn't place it way far out of the way more than that.
Oh my goodness. That would have probably another 15-20 minutes almost.
Oh, geez, yeah.
For all that, yeah.
Yeah. So fortunately, that's why we searched for ammo.
Yep.
So
Excellent.
right.
Thank you so much once again for running this for us.
all right, thanks for hosting this, and I'll see you next time.
See you next time.